so not exactly what I want to hear when I come home from work. The wife told me there seems to be a slow leak. This tire was starting to go flat. We filled it up just to get through today, and now we're home, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and take a look at it and see if we can figure out what's causing the leak, remove that, and plug the tire, and get everything straight again so she won't have any problems. So first thing we're going to do is get ready to jack up the car and remove the tire. Okay, the lugs are acting a little funny today, or my impact must not be working right anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and break them loose. Alright, not exactly the easy way. Okay, on first inspection, first time looking at it, I can't really find a nail or a screw in it, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of overinflate the tire a little bit so that if there's a leak, it'll kind of be exaggerated and we'll be able to find it. Alright, so I'm at about 40 pounds, which is slightly higher than normal. I have a little bit of water. I'm going to put some dish soap in it. It won't take too much. And then if I had something to stir it, stir it up just to make sure the soap's around there. Now, let's take another look. See a couple of rocks, but nothing that looks indicative. Nail. Alright, I think I'm going to check the valve stem first. No bubbles. So we'll go ahead and start. Alright, we have found our culprit. Let me get the camera to zoom in. Alright, to show you, this is what it looks like when you finally find your leak. You can see there how the bubbles are apparent and showing up. I'm going to go ahead and continue and look at the entire tire all the way around just to make sure that we don't have multiple leaks. Alright, believe it or not, even though We know where the hole is, and you can easily see it. As soon as it's dry, it will become a problem to find again. Oh, and I see the culprit even. Usually I like to use some wire cutters. I can't seem to find mine right now. But I may actually have to go find them. This one's just not going to grab. Alright, so what I found here at the leak is what looks like a nail, possibly what's left of a screw. I attempted to get it out with some needle nose pliers and it wasn't very effective. I usually use wire cutters or strippers because you can get a good grab on it and kind of pry it out. I just couldn't find them. Let's go ahead and see if we can get it. I have a feeling we're going to have problems with this. I'll have to get more tools. Nothing ever goes as smooth as it should. Sucker is in there. And I do have the feeling that this is an actual screw, not a nail, due to the fact of how hard it's holding on in there. And looks like we have a winner chicken dinner. It is a nail. What's left of a nail. The head most likely was worn off from driving, and this is what's left. It seems a little counterproductive now that I have this hole and the air leaking out, but that's exactly what we want. In fact, we're going to actually make the hole bigger by using this reaming tool. So you can get these as a kit with what's called a self-vulcanizing plug, which is what we're going to use today. You want to get all the way past the steel belts. Just kind of work this tool to make the hole as large as possible. Now what that does is prepare the hole to be plugged, and so that the glue, the self-vulcanizing rubber, will attach to it. Let me go ahead and get the plug. Here's what the plugs look like. Some people will put rubber cement on these, but you can tell how sticky they are. It's not really necessary. This is the plug tool. It's a little bit different than that first tool. It holds the plug, and I'm going to pull it through. A little less than halfway. Maybe we'll just go all the way halfway. Once I pull the reamer out, I'll be able to insert the plug with kind of a twisting motion. You can see I want it to twist once it gets into the tire so that it forms kind of a ball on the other side. It won't exactly be a knot, but it will provide a seal. Alright, now when I'm almost losing my ends here, I'm going to go ahead, wiggle this, and then pull the insertion tool. And if it works right, it should come out, leaving the plug in there as such. And believe it or not, we are just about done here. All that's left is take a razor blade and trim off this excess. And I know what you're thinking, what kind of a patch is that? But this is exactly what they do at a service station or a tire repair shop. The materials only cost a couple of pennies, and believe it or not, it will hold if done right for the duration of the tire's life. I don't think I've ever had a plug come out or give me problems. Now, I'm not personally guaranteeing that you won't be the first, but alright, and while it's not pretty, that is the finished plug in the tire. Alright, so here's a finished close-up. It's awfully ugly, and eventually it's going to get mushed kind of flat from driving over it. The important or working portion is on the inside of the tire that's going to actually plug the hole, and if this gets a little worn off, or even if it goes all the way flush with the inseam of the tire, it's not going to be a problem because, again, the seal is occurring on the inside. So I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with some air and reinstall it on the car, and she'll be ready to go tomorrow. No problem. Okay, I've got about 20 pounds of air in there right now. Thought I heard another leak. So we're going to reinstall the tire. We're stuck on the camera. Alright, we're gonna manually tighten them. Once we put the car back down. All that's left now is put a little more air, and we'll be ready to go. Alright, so hopefully that video helped you out if you have a slow leak or your car flat. You can easily repair it yourself. The kits are only a couple of dollars at Walmart or at any kind of auto parts store. It's relatively easy to do. Probably good even to have it on hand if you're taking a road trip, because it's something you could easily do at just a gas station where you have access to an air hose or something. So if you found that helpful, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. That goes a long way. Don't forget our sponsors. That's what makes videos like this possible. And until next time, I'll see you online. Thanks for watching.